Coming to third watch, Phantomius and Luce. Do you make a perception check, and so are you. Natural 20.
15 plus 2, 17.
17. Staring around the night sky, around everywhere. Doesn't appear there's any threats at the moment.
Oh boy.
If there's anything you would like to do or say, there's a moment.
I feel like the one motion that I would do, Phantomius grabs into his, into where his, I guess you could say his shirt would be, and pulls out a pendant, and just looks at a picture inside, and just looks back at the stars as he tucks it away.
Did you open the pendant?
Yes, I did.
If you could tell me what is in the pendant, Luce, roll a 15 on perception.
It is a picture of my family. Like, it was Phantomius as a kid, relatively around 8 years old, 10 years old, and it was just one of a family picture together.
Alright. Luce kind of... You look happy.
You know, when I started traveling a few years ago, I thought maybe I could find some form of happiness in my life.
Wow.
My family meant everything to me. They were the best I ever had.
Wow.
And now, I have a new family. Well,
yes.
at least
I was going to say, it looks like you're already off to a fairly good start. I don't pry. Your business is yours, and mine is mine.
If you wish to know anything, I'm happy to tell.
Perhaps after a few drinks. I am far too sober for this. But, I envy you. I never really had a loving family. Mine outcasted me. I'm just saying you're lucky.
Absolutely.
Well, might as well get through last watch. And coming to the end of the watch, the final day of your trek with no watches required, as you will be reaching it near the very end of the day.
Yay.
Yay!
Once again, you know, day one, or minute one, Tales from Beyond, just so I know what I got.
Okay.
Same thing as
Have we done like 2 long rests?
Yeah,
Oh.
we've been long resting it up.
So, Eleanor, is she still here? Oh, she is.
I'm here.
Hi, can you roll me a d20?
Yeah, I can.
Let's go.
Is there anything of adding to that?
Nope.
5.
5. Okay.
Ain't nothing, baby.
The day goes by generally without any initial problems. And you spend most of the day making your way down the road. And you see just cresting over the horizon, as you're nearing the end of your trip, a massive city. Towering structures. Just on the horizon, you can see that this massive cityscape has been well constructed As you continue to make your way, it ever so slowly comes into focus. As you all eventually make your way to the gates of Tulso. I think that's where we're going to take a break.
Snack break, yay.
You all make your way to the gates of Tulso.
Before we get in view of any guards, I just go, all right, guys, I know it would probably be okay-ish there, but I'm not going to take chances. Disguise self, I take on the attractive elven woman that you guys first met.
Okay.
Just that same form.
Okay. You all approach the guards at the gate. You see a few carts making their way inside. A few people, foot traffic. There are a handful of buildings and farms and establishments outside of the city. But as you approach the gates, one of the guards kind of addresses you as you're put into line. You see them, some of the Mythbreaker guards, kind of check one of the carts. Make a perception check for me, Zyla.
Me?
Yes.
Actually, never mind. I'm using this dice. 19.
19. You're looking around, kind of taking in the city. The walls aren't, they're a decent size, but as you're looking around, you see something in the air, just, you see two more right behind it. Just over the city.
Does the 19 let me make out what they are, or?
They appear to be bird-like, with large avian wingspans, but they're odd. They're almost bipedal. And you see on each appears to have some kind of speck on the top, because they're very far off. And then you try and look over, you see another, much closer, as a squadron of what looks like tamed and rideable griffin riders just patrol over the city.
The riders are rideable. I can't whistle, so I had to make a noise with my mouth.
Woo woo! Yeah, Mikey.
I can't whistle either.
So, Mr. Woo Woo, as you all are next up in line, the guards, welcome to Tuso. What is your business here in the capital?
Hello, darling. We're just passing through.
Make a
Oh.
charisma check.
Fuck.
Just gauge how he's feeling.
Not from a past life.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, 9.
Plus your charisma?
Yeah, that's...
Oof.
If you said persuasion, it would be better, but...
No.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fine on this morning. What is your business here in the city?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the driver. What is our business here, honey? I'm talking to Luce.
And she turns to the man and she says, we will be making a business inquiry to Mr. Marriott. The guard nods. All right. You provide any paperwork or... And she kind of twists her ring, takes it off, hands it to him.
Didn't work enough.
Hmm.
I thought she was gonna ice this dude.
It would have been.
Interesting. I've seen only a handful of these. He hands it back to her. She puts it back on. Well, may we pass? Yes, yes. Give Ian Dunn my greatest regards. And they lead you to the city as you are led through the gates. The day is yours. You're late afternoon. The sun is only now beginning to set. What would you guys like to do?
What do you got for us?
Well, we were talking about the
Genie's lamp.
genie's lamp?
The cheese lamp.
The cheese lamp.
Jeez,
That sounds like a fine place to visit.
Is that a good first stop?
Yeah, I think so.
I have adventuring money. It's burning a hole in my pocket.
Okay. So, you are looking for the genie's lamp. Who is helming this search? It is a large city.
Luce seems
Luce, actually, she looks between you all. Well, would, if you are going to the genie's lamp, I will meet you in the Drunken Druid. It's a local tavern in the Chiradwood district. You can't miss it. Truly, you can't. It's quite a unique place.
The what district?
The Chiradwood district. Cheerrred Wud.
Cheered wood. Like cheery.
Chiradwood
Cheered.
Okay.
You just said
district.
cheered.
The Chiradwood district.
Cheered.
Oh shit.
Well, you wrote it right. Cheerrred
I mean, I can man the hell of this.
Wud.
Sure. I go. All right. Well, if you're gonna be looking for the genie's lamp, I mean, might as well have a second set of eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you get lost, just look for the monstrously tall.
I'll lead you into the district. As I've never been there before, I can't tell you where it is, but I've also heard it stands out. And she leads you into the district, out of the. Give me a moment. The Fozun Bazaar into the Chiradwood district. Had a lot of time on my hands. Just not a computer, so no quick access. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Eleanor.
I reach into my ear and I pull out and I go, "Oh, you," and I hand you a larger than average ant and I go, "That's bourgeoisie."
Oh, that was not good for my terrible throat. Oh God.
Bourgeoisie.
Just incline my head towards bourgeoisie. You play nice, and I just kind of put him on.
Oh, she will.
My
She's
shoulder.
just, you know.
You know how ants are. Am I bardically inspired?
Yes, that was my inspiration. I apologize.
Inspiration for
also-
the directionally disoriented man-child.
So, offering inspiration, who is helming this search?
That would be me.
Make either a perception check. Investigation check or a persuasion check,
Persuasion.
depending on how you would like to handle this.
Kenny,
+0.
Yes.
versus low, can I do one?
Here.
I'll say you may. Yes.
Bardic inspiration.
Do it if that's
Add a
not
d6.
Sorry.
I said I'll do it if it's that bad. like if it's bad.
Okay,
Oh, that's
so
cute.
roll a perception or persuasion check.
No, 6 plus 9.
All right, persuasion or
Plus your
perception.
Yep.
Which is
All right, I'll do perception.
Perception 0?
Yeah, and investigation.
That is a
Your perception should be.
that's a
it's
13 plus 2,
persuasion.
which is a 15.
Not perception.
Kenny, 15.
Okay. You both, as you continue to make your way looking around, you do eventually find it. It's quite a unique place. Standing out among the other buildings is this
Love the enthusiasm.
painted, almost cotton candy like look to it.
Yes.
It's got many dancing lights up on the store's title, which is emblazoned in this starry white light. This is the genie's lamp. And the drapes, there are no windows, but the banners and drapes that flow down from this very interesting looking building. It definitely stands out a lot.
Oh, well, that's gotta be it.
I don't
Has
think I've seen something so colorful in my life.
Beautiful.
has it taken us an hour to find this?
I'd say it probably took you about 20 minutes once you were in the district.
How long
In
has it been
total-
since we got here?
Since you got here, it's probably been about about 50 minutes. Just
Recast
stormed the
disguise
city.
self. So burn in another spell slot just to keep up the attractive elfin woman.
We love you either way.
Not everyone
Not
does.
Everyone does, no. But we
Okay.
do.
So, standing in front of the Genie's Lamp magical shop, what would you like to do?
Let's go.
Okay.
You
Do you
say
say
that
that in
as a
character?
joke, and I sprint for the door. Zyla just takes off.
Okay, I'm gonna be
An
like, oh, okay, let's
enthusiastic
go.
elven woman bolting for the
Okay.
door.
As you
And I'm going into. Yeah.
I'll follow.
Okay, give me a moment.
We were going.
Oh, that's the wrong song.
You open the door and get shot in the face. Roll
That's-
initiative.
Better. Okay. Entering this building, you see the style is very in your face. The walls are made out of this black marble-like material that begins to bleed into the ceiling. You see the ceiling. It has to be some kind of illusion, because it is just this starry spacescape. And you see several stars twinkling just above, ever so slowly, as if you were staring deep into the astral sea.
I don't think anything else will catch my attention. I am just staring at the ceiling.
The floor is made out of this similar marble, but instead white, flecked with gold. And you can see many shelves. Many of them are empty. You look up and you realize why. Many of them are just floating around the room, moving from cubby to cubby.
Cubbies.
The shelves or the items?
The items.
Oh.
And the shelves are made out of these white crystal-like material. in the center of the room, there is a beautiful, almost living area, coffee table, and several linen and poofed chairs. And in the far back of the store, there is this counter made out of this black, almost obsidian-like crystal.
I am amazed. I think that both me and Osen have like just sort of deer in headlights into the ceiling.
Yeah.
Just
Oh.
That's not what I needed.
I
We're
would
not
like
coming to the Satan cult just yet.
to walk into a wall. That'd be funny.
And you hear from above you, "Good evening." And you see, just looking at the ceiling, it almost looks like a figure is forming out of this space and just floats out of it. And he displays himself as he says, "Good evening. My name is Astoria, purveyor of all things mystical and magical. How may I be of assistance to you on this wonderful day?" As you look at him, he is this very well-toned male figure with this.
Are we all actively looking at him, or are some of us still distracted
I'm
by
looking.
the ceiling?
I've trained
he's made
on
his
this.
attention known.
Okay.
But he is this very pale blue skin with this dark white hair that's pulled into a braid that goes almost fully down his back, coming about halfway. He wears several silver piercings in his ears and his nose. Hanging from his earlobes are two small cut glowing diamonds. He wears a beautiful cloak that starts as blue at the top and fades into a purplish pink at the bottom.
I am
The-
intensely attracted to this character out of context.
And as he shifts, you can see the inside of the cloak matches the ceiling. As this astral cloak just billows on its own.
Eleanor, cut that out of the sound later.
And
No problem.
beneath this cloak, he wears a very simple black and blue suit with silver filigree. And he floats down and just looks at you all, still hovering on the ground. So, how might I assist you?
Can I metaphorically kiss you?
Define metaphorically.
You're just really splendid, and something I think it would be cool if I looked like you. So like, is it cool if I thought about you like that?
Still in elven form.
I've dropped the voice, but I still do look like an elven woman.
Well, flattery will get you many different places. Well, why are we all standing around? And the items stop in place and begin to all just fly into their separate cases and are just hovering slowly. What might I interest you in?
Do you happen to have anything that allows someone to change their appearance frequently? Not to look like you. This is actually a separate issue.
Make a deception check. Actually, yeah, no, it's persuasion. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because this is honest.
Yeah.
I rolled garbage, but persuasion. 11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm being honest.
We do. Perhaps then one of our hats of disguise would fit you perfectly. And he... But a moment. I need to check something. He begins to move his hand, and he mutters a few arcane words, and you see his eyes, these pale purple eyes, just glow ever so faintly with this amethyst light.
What is this man's name again? He's getting art.
Astrovia.
Astrovia. Before we continue, I request that all falsehoods be removed, and he casts a spell magic on him. As he first used detect magic.
Oh.
You didn't quite convince him.
I'm nice, I promise. And I throw a punch at Osen and punch myself.
Okay. Hold on.
I
This
absolutely
This man
flinched
literally
back from this.
couldn't hurt a fly.
Yeah, give me a second.
the only way I know how to prove I can't
This
hurt.
man, I'm sorry, this person, this skeleton.
Very quickly, he
You do not expect
reaches
this,
out his
but-
hand, and you see one of the items, something from above, shoots down into his hand as he clasps this iron, beautifully carved staff, and he casts shield on her.
Tim,
Him, I'm sorry. He
Okay.
casts shield on Osen.
you have absolutely made Osen cower in a corner.
But you can't hit her, so roll it. Just do regular damage on yourself.
Okay, I just 2 points of damage as I swing back and just deck myself in the face.
I apologize, actually. He cannot do it on Osen, but he does summon his staff from the space ceiling.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Still can't hit Osen.
Yeah. I'm just, like, I'm here looking at this whole thing, I'm like, this... what do I refer to you as?
Hey.
Okay. This guy couldn't hurt a fly. No.
And I look up at you and I say, I'm sorry, what did I do?
No, I was proving that I can't hurt people. I would never even want to hurt you.
Is this a common way you attempt to show your kindness?
It's the only way I know how, because sometimes people get grossed out by my bugs.
Or perhaps a simple compliment would do.
I did that earlier. And it got me revealed, so I don't...
I forgive you,
Thank you.
but for both of our sakes, please don't attempt to harm yourself again. It is bad for both your health and my business.
Okay, sorry. But anyways, you can tell why I want the disguise hat now.
I quite see. How much coin do you possibly possess? Some of these items are quite pricey.
But isn't the way it goes that if I tell you how much money I have, you say that the item costs that exact amount? I've heard warnings about that.
That's why you always
I like you. Tell you what. Do you possess 500 gold or more?
I do. I recently got this. I'm an adventurer now. It's so exciting. I have all that. I have this money, and I take out 500 gold in a little pouch.
No, don't give.
Well, then we can do business. I've had plenty of people walk in here, ogle my wares, and simply walk away.
I don't.
It is quite a nuisance at times, though I do have my ways of deterring them. And he waves his hand, and you see a finely wrought club just moves its way out of one of the cabinets and just hovers above your head before it moves around. And you see out of one of the few of the other cubbies, like a sword and a shield just float around, just around your group and then fly back into their cases.
I understand why it would be a nuisance. You make quite an entrance, and doing that for people who aren't paying is tedious.
It does get quite tiresome at times, but it's half theatrics, half function. I mean, did you truly think this was the only room in my establishment?
I would
There's
like
more
to
than
have
this.
picked
Perhaps.
myself up off the ground and walked to the nearest cabinet and just stared at the things in it. Like,
Okay.
what's in the nearest shelf?
Shopping episode.
What's in the
We
nearest
made it.
shelf?
We finally made it.
Can you?
Shop.
What's on the nearest shelf?
Okay. So,
Tell me.
All right,
I'm
Kenny,
gonna
give us,
give you the
Kenny,
menu.
give us
No.
the inventory,
Kenny, tell
Kenny.
me.
All right.
He's
So,
looking for shiny things.
in the one, in one of these shelves, you do see what looks like a set of very heavy, crudely made gauntlets with these almost like ogreish faces in them. You look next to that and find what looks like a small wood and metal filigree tube. It appears to be some kind of blowgun. Just looking around too, there's an entire section of what looks like just stylized bags, just in a row.
Bags.
So you mentioned hats of disguise. Do you have any that either are like really like stupidly wide brimmed and like just a little maybe purple, or maybe some that look like stereotypical like the cone hats with the stars and moons on it?
I perhaps could procure such an item for you.
Oh wow.
If I am not mistaken, hat of disguise, can you make the hat look like anything? I believe you can.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm trying to look up all this on my phone. It's very difficult.
Give me a moment.
By wearing this hat, you can use an action to cast disguise self spell ends. Yeah, you just make you use disguise self.
Yeah,
So-
yeah,
We do have such hats. You, as I've seen already, with your talent, you can make it look really like anything, as long as it is still a head ornament.
Oh, wow. That's so fun. I get to pick whether I have a really big floppy hat or a wizard hat daily. It just depends on what mood I'm in.
So, were you looking to purchase this hat?
Yeah, it just, it would make things easier if necessary.
All right. A simple hat of disguise will run you about 300 gold pieces.
Absolutely. I take 300 gold pieces and happily...
He
My knee.
lifts up his finger and lifts out of your hand.
You are amazing.
And he flicks it towards the register. He just kind of moves his hand as it goes. It sits on the counter.
I'm amazingly gay for this, man. And I'm a woman. How are you gay for a man when you're a woman?
Because he's
If
gender
no one else
incarnate.
wants to,
Yes.
I would you happen to have anything that could store spells for later use?
You're talking of items of spell storing.
Mm-hmm.
Give me but a moment and I will check for that for you. He begins to wave his fingers and floats up a little higher. Give me a moment. And he raises one finger and pulls ever so slightly, and something floats to him. This dual golden ring attached by this bar. We do have this ring of spell storing. It is quite pricey, however. Our better items do start to run up in price very quickly, I will warn you.
Would you happen to know how pricey this specific item is?
4,000 gold pricey. I told you it starts to get pricey very quickly. Though we do have, if you're looking in the lower ends, we have plenty of bags of holding of all sorts of varieties. The gestures, and you see a few simple bags of simple colors, and you see a few very brightly made. There are a few like bright green, bright pink, bright blue, bright yellow, and then he points to a handful that are more elegantly made. There's one that he seems to hold in almost secondary esteem that's made in this cotton candy pattern. And then there's one that you see just in the flaps, that same starry visage. So, the bags, depending on what you prefer, could run up in prices a little bit. The finer materials do start to run up to a maximum of about 500 gold pieces to 300.
Okay.
They all are functional. The pricing is simply due to the quality of the work.
Changing pace a little bit. Would you happen to have any light or medium weight armor?
You are unfortunately in the wrong place for that, my friend. You'll have to visit the blacksmith shop.
Gotcha.
Not too far.
I figured like magic armor, but yeah.
Appears he does not have any at the moment. Magic vendor's got to restock, boy.
Okay.
Well,
Give me.
Well, you think. Is there anything else you would particularly be looking for?
Yes.
And he looks at the two of you.
Do you happen to have something that can find someone lost, someone far away, someone somewhere else?
Let me check something.
I'm not even sure what that would be. Would that be a scrying stone?
That would be a scrying spot. I don't even know if he has that. Let me check. What you are looking for is some kind of scry. I unfortunately do not possess those capabilities just yet. But give it time and I'm sure that I will have at least possessed some capabilities you're looking for.
Okay, thank you.
And for the rest of you, I suppose I should show you some of my items. He leads you along. These are a set of night vision goggles. Enchantments will give you night vision. Good for those who lack the ability to see in the dark, naturally. There are these gauntlets of ogre power. It will make the user naturally more strong. Definitely. And there is this item, the Nature's Mantle. And he looks at you, Oza. You possibly could use such a cloak as this. It will allow you to hide more easily, even in lightly obscured areas. Moving up in the more pricey items, we have, and he takes you around by the counter where there is this larger shelf, but it seems to be more, none of the items have floated out. They're stationary. And he moves over to what looks like a book in a case. This is the Atlas of Endless Horizons. This is a item used primarily by mages. Do any of you practice the arcane? And if so, what branch?
I do a little bit. I tell stories and I weave magic into songs and
But you do not study it in the same manner as, say, a wizard might.
No, I just learned from my mom.
Unfortunately, this is an exclusive item truly meant for wizards, unfortunately.
Maybe one day I could do that.
Does that extend to like warlocks or sorcerers?
It does not.
No. Okay.
He then moves to another cabinet that holds this dark, silky scarf that's almost moving and shifting. This is a eldritch scarf. It is quite an interesting item. I can give you further descriptions on these.
I'm also listening, by the way.
Many of these items, however, on these shelves run you at at least 4,000 gold. And this scarf is the cheapest among them, at least for the moment. If you do not possess that kind of coin, I can show you the simpler items, as I've displayed most of them. But if you
What does the Eldritch
ask
Scarf
for it,
do?
What does the Eldritch Scarf do?
well, I'm going to send you a description. Or I can read it to you.
Just
Read it. I'm kind of curious.
me too. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, it's a hell of a block. This dark silky scarf moves slightly on its own in a breeze that no one can feel and absorb more light than it reflects. It is also always wrinkled. The scarf has a extra dimensional space which the folds of its fabric then can be used to research. Okay, so it's essentially, it's kind of like another bag of holding,
But in a scarf.
but in a different way, and in a scarf. It's got a few other,
Research.
So
it's got a few other
snazzy.
different traits, but I can give those to you later.
Okay.
How you said this was a cheaper item among these?
It's 4,000 gold pieces.
I see.
Ah, that's the minimum.
For you, he pulls the blowgun. This would possibly be up your alley.
A blowgun?
It is the Fife of Dragon Song. It is very pricey, but as a action, you can expend one of your uses of bardic inspiration to play a powerful note that repels foes and empowers allies. The note is audible out to 100 feet. Hostile creatures within a 15-foot cone must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d6 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half damage and is not pushed. An ally within that cone that can hear the note is bolstered by it. Instead, a friendly creature affected by the note has its speed increased by 10 until the end of its next turn and gains 2d6 temporary hit points that lasts for 10 minutes.
Is that a choice of effect or both happen?
Both.
I'm really sorry, but so when I say I can't hurt anyone, like the display earlier that I do apologize for, I mean it. I really can't.
Interesting. So,
My
Well.
dad was a fuck up.
well, that, it's not terribly uncommon. So, I can go ahead and make a new version of this. You would have to commission it. And it would cost possibly a little more than what this is, as you would have to fund it. But I could force it to not deal damage, if that is something you are interested in. It is quite pricey though. This alone is 4,500 gold pieces.
Well, we've got a minor issue, and that I have given you most of my money today. Not
Sounds like a good day.
yeah. No, yeah, most. Anyways, I will absolutely keep that in mind, though. You don't have to hold it. Obviously, I don't expect you to do that, but in the future, you certainly have an intrigued customer once I go out and get more adventuring money.
Very well. Many of these items are, well, they're rare. And the reason they are rarely sold is For one, they're expensive. And they're expensive to make. So I would be surprised if this left the shelf in more than a month or two. Though it could still remain.
Interesting. Hey, guys.
Some of these items have been here for little less than a year.
Okay.
Most who buy them are adventurers looking to make a name for themselves or high up nobles. That's how I make a lot of my money.
That first one is me.
That programming.
Perhaps you need to make a bit of a name for yourself. I mean, I haven't heard of you.
Well,
And that's a problem.
yeah, nice to meet you. I'm Zyla.
It is nice to meet you, Zyla.
Tales of my heroics. I fly into detail about the Whispering Wood again.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing while he does this?
I've left the premises.
Oh,
You just leave?
I've gone away. There's nothing catching my eye. I mean, it's shiny, but I'm gone.
I'm going to vouch for him, be like, this is all true, because I feel like a lot of it's hard to believe.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna follow Ocean.
Okay.
I'm just looking for a cheap sword. I know nothing in there seems cheap, but I'm just looking around.
Cheap sword. You do find it looks a little finely made, great sword on one wall of few weapons. They seem simple but elegantly made. And you continue to talk off his ear. But he does seem quite intrigued. He seems interested in your conversation.
I'm still gonna stick around, but is there anything while I'm by him, kind of, because I just want to just be there and listen as well. I'm gonna look around, see are there any weapons that catch my eye?
You kind of join Phantomius in the section with weapons. Many of them seem very simple. Make an investigation check for me.
17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me just a moment. Oh. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm going to go through everything on the phone.
I'm so glad you get to chew someone else's ears off.
So,
this one enjoys it.
you both do find a weapon around the same time. And told me you should probably find it before him. On one wall, there is this beautifully carved javelin with this jagged tip. And then on another, there is this almost leaf-shaped greatsword made with this almost like silvery platinum, like metal.
Interesting.
I probably won't won't be able to wield a great sword. I mean, with my hexblade, but Can I ask about the javelin?
Yes, as you come up to Estrovia, as he's continuing to talk to you. Oh, did you find something of interest?
I'd like to know a little bit more about that javelin over there.
Oh, that. And he pulls it to him. He grasps it. This is a javelin of lightning. Upon throwing such weapon, a bolt of lightning will emerge from the weapon to deal an extra punch of damage against your enemies.
How much will that run me?
This will run you about, say, 350 gold pieces.
Oh. It's not bad. I'm gonna keep my eye on that, but I would like to know, do you have any spell gems of any kind?
What do you mean?
I know you said you had the ring of spell storing. Are there any other like items that could be used similarly, or?
Unfortunately, at the moment, we do not carry such items. You can have them commissioned, and we will create them within a certain amount of time. However, that process is quite strenuous and will cost you a pretty penny.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well that's good to know. I'm going to think on that javelin, but I have a good feeling about it, so yeah.
Well,
By any
I will certainly keep it in mind.
Oh, I'm not leaving yet, I'm just trying to do a little soul searching.
Well, I do see that you are a adventurer group, unit, if you will. If I may to make a suggestion, a gesture just towards the bags. As you continue your journeys, you're going to find things can weigh a lot and get very inconvenient. These, and he pulls one off the shelf. This deep verdant bag he pulls off the shelf. He opens it, and he takes the javelin in this relatively decent sized satchel and just puts the whole javelin inside.
I look around at my other party members and I'm going to I'm going to suggest maybe we pool money into that, like as a group thing.
I currently look like a
Pulls
pack
the
mule.
javelin back out.
I currently look like a pack mule. How much would that run us?
Anywhere from 300 to 500 gold pieces, depending on which model you would like.
I'm just short of 300 right now.
Okay. I really want that javelin, but I think the bag of holding would be, or the bag would be a little bit more useful. Is anyone else still in the store? Oh yeah, Brennan.
Yeah, I didn't know if y'all were finished. I was just trying to stay quiet.
No, what's up?
That leaf shaped sword that you said I found. Is there a way I can know like more about it?
Yes, you can ask him.
What's his name again? I'm so sorry.
Astrovia.
Mistrovia?
Astrovia.
Astrovia.
Astrovia. Pardon me, Astrovia.
Yes.
The sword here. Is there a way I can learn a little more about it?
This, and he pulls it off the wall. Bit one of my more crude inventions, though it does get the job done. It is more pricey, but it appears that it might be something on your wish list. This is a vicious greatsword. Upon dealing a extra special blow, it will deal an even greater amount of damage.
That
So-
rage.
So, for your information, if you ever get a natural 20, on top of the double damage you do already, naturally, you'll deal an extra 7 damage on top of it.
And how much would this sword cost?
This sword is worth 4,000 gold pieces.
Wait, did you say 1,000?
4,000.
Oh, 4,000.
The fine things in life do start to run pricey.
Indeed. I will be keeping that in mind. Thank you.
Alright. And he puts it back.
Kenny, for just to know, since me and Eleanor are outside of the shop, what is around us that is visible? Like what other shops?
Make a perception check.
Should we both make one?
Yes.
17.
17. And Eleanor?
7.
Okay. 17. Upon looking around, it doesn't appear that there are many shops around. It appears that you entered kind of a neighborhood district. There are a handful, though. And one that does catch your eye is this building kind of constructed like its neighbors. The front of the store is only really different as its windowed front is painted light baby blue on its interior. Looks very, very bright and vibrant, kind of like the neighboring magic store. And you see inside this very finely made bakery and this large figure just walking around in the back.
Fantastic.
Let's go in the bakery.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So,
I guess I'll go in the bakery then.
okay. So we'll get back to you three. On the inside, the interior is painted white with baby blue outlines. The main counter is made out of this glass display with a plethora of brightly colored pastries. With this one small shelf on the top that has about a dozen small, very small cupcakes. And it says right at the bottom, it says Bergrun's best batch. And you can also see in the corner there is this clay, almost cartoonish statue of what looks like a humanoid figure, but it's almost like one of those mascots. It's this blue cupcake with legs and arms and this crazy smile on his face. It's just in the back. In the back is this large, almost too big for this store, Goliath. No hair, very few tattoos over the body. unlike most Goliaths. And he wears this very, very nice flowery apron over these like common clothes. He's, oh hi, how are you doing today? And he's about 8'2", so he's even bigger than you, Wilson.
I love him.
I'm
Hi.
wonderful. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you today?
Oh, I'm great. Your shop looks very wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Most people think I'm a little weird.
Well, everyone's a little weird, if I'm being honest. We all have something weird about ourselves.
Well, I can't say anything rude about other people. They might hear. They might think worse of me. But if you say it, it's okay. You seem pretty cool.
Well, thank you.
So,
what do you...
what can I get you today?
I'm just looking around. I don't think I've ever seen so many delicious treats.
Oh, you must not be in any good places.
I guess not.
There's a couple good places around here. There's my place. There's Spud's over in the bazaar. He specializes in potatoes.
Potatoes, quite
I'd give him a visit. He's nice to me. Anyway, would you like any pastries today?
Oh, sure. Why not? What do you recommend? What is your favorite?
Oh, my favorite. Well, and he kind of gestures loosely to the small little container on the top with about like a dozen cupcakes that are all very finely placed and meticulously put there, which you imagine for a normal person, they're pretty small. For him, you're just the image of him just using his big ass fingers and putting it on the plate. You imagine he probably uses some kind of system, maybe like 2 forks, and puts it on there.
That's perfect.
Oh, these are my favorite. They're also the kind of batch that sells most commonly. It's my best batch. I get some help from some of my other friends around town. And they help me enchant these cupcakes.
Oh.
They give you a special spunk, or they can make your breath real bad.
Interesting. So
They can do a whole plethora of things.
What does this one do?
Well, and you point to one of the cupcakes, and it's this just plain, very unassuming vanilla cupcake. He says, "Oh, I can't tell you that. It's a surprise."
Oh. So this is like Bean Boozled.
With magic effects, yeah.
Oh my god.
Honestly,
Just get one of everything.
There's 12 of them.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Well.
god, that
Maybe, could I actually walk into
Are
the
there
bakery?
any particularly sparkly cupcakes?
I think
Let me
I need to
check.
try one. What about you, Osen?
Let me
I
check
think
the
I'm
list.
pretty intrigued by this place.
I'll say you have not walked in just yet. You, Phantomies, are still in the shop at this point.
Alright. Alright, sounds
As
good.
for one of the most sparkly, you find this pink cake with red icing on it. And it has this very small, soft piece of pink candy shaped in a heart, just on the top.
So cute.
I hope it isn't too much, but
some people don't like them. They say they're too dangerous sometimes. I don't think they are. I have them all the time. I have good fun with my one friend. He's also an odd fella, but you know, us odd fellas gotta stick together, you know?
I think I'll take the pink one.
Oh, if you buy it, you gotta buy the whole thing.
All the cupcakes?
It comes in a little baggie. And he grabs this little paper baggie.
Alright.
And I suppose we can split this so let's both buy this together.
And I look over at Eleanor. What do you think?
I think we. So, does it come with like all the cupcakes?
All of them. That'll run you about
I suppose we can splurge and split some treats together, Urson.
It usually runs about 15 gold, but I really like you guys. You didn't make fun of me or anything. So you can have it for 10.
Oh, that's
thank you. You are so kind.
very sweet
Thank
of
you. Most people call me creepy.
Well, I think you're fun.
Thank you.
And I hand him 6 gold pieces.
Okay. I'll hand him 4 then, I guess.
I thought you were just gonna hand him 6. He's like, oh, I guess that's fine.
I hope we're gonna tip him. Oh wait, I added 6. Oops.
I'll hand him 6 gold pieces as well.
So you guys hand him 12.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Hey, look, that's how many is in the bag. Hold on.
And he grabs the bag, or the little case, and he undoes it. And he grabs this little drawstring baggie, and he just kind of,
All right, here we go.
right into the bag. He's,
All right, this is
and he kind of looks between you two.
You guys want to meet my friend?
Sure, why not?
Who's your friend?
Buddy, can you hand them to these to them?
And he holds over the counter, and you see this large blue hand just reach over, grab it. And you see the cupcake statue just turn its whole body.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's a very nice.
It doesn't have a
friend
face,
there.
it's just painted on. It's just hands it to you.
It's a very nice friend you have there.
And turns around and stays where it is.
Okay.
That drawstring baggie will make sure you don't cheat. It'll make sure you pick it at random. It's a little enchanted. So it's on the house.
Oh, thank you so much.
You have a good day.
You have a good rest of your day too.
Thank you.
What? By the way, before we leave, what's your name?
Oh, my name is Bergrund. Bergrund Half-Blood.
Well, nice to meet you, Bergram.
Night, Bergrund.
Bergram.
Bergrund.
Bergrund.
Is it with a V?
Oh.
Anyway, have a good day.
You too.
You haven't met him.
And you all
No,
leave
I want to.
Bergrun's best around that time,
Oh God, we're all
finishing
gonna
up
screw
your
everybody's
transactions,
stuff.
what would you like to do, if anything?
Hey, Mindroma, I'll carry the bag and everything. Could I just borrow 20 gold? I don't have I just need to get to 300 to get a bag. It seems really helpful, and I kind of look like a pack mule right now.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna get one for myself as well, so... Do you think we need more than one?
I don't think we need more than one. It fit the...
It holds a lot of things. Metagame.
The
Usually a party only needs one.
Mm-hmm.
That's
They
the
only
entire
u-
point.
Yeah, they only usually need one.
Yeah.
The only time you need something bigger is if you're trying to fit, I don't know, a door in your fucking bag. Because I don't know, adventures are nuts.
Yeah.
Or like you're
Just
trying
anything
to...
you can't fit in this, like, pretty big opening. It's about yay big.
Okay.
Anything you can't, yay big, I think. Anything you can't fit in there
Okay.
won't go in.
I'm gonna ask...
Astrovia.
Astrovia. I'm gonna ask Astrovia,
It's a very quick shift.
By the way, what species is Astrovia?
You don't know.
Oh.
Do I know? Have I heard anything like this?
Make a history check. You're not there, so you can't.
I know. I
check.
just wanted to know so I
History is... Do I think that's enough to make it? Do I use knowledge from a past life?
How many times have you used that? And how many times can you?
It is a proficiency bonus. It recharges over a long rest, so I've used it a lot this session, but I've been using it in between long rests.
Have you used that already today?
I might have used
Like
it
since
once.
you got into the city?
I think I've used it once. I have a second use because proficiency bonus.
Okay.
I'm not going to use it anyways. I think a 15 cuts it.
He is a air genasi.
That's
That's the name.
That makes sense.
The genie's
Wait,
like.
he's a what?
Air Genasi, like sort of half elemental almost.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Astrovius, so you said that these bags can run between 300 and 500 gold.
Yes.
What's a good mid-range option? Could you pick one out?
He points at them. Well, there are truly many different options. If you are looking for one that can change its appearance, that is quite mid-range. A little higher mid-range, but he pulls his finger. It can turn into any type of color, simple bag. That, and he points at the Starscape bag. That is a little higher up because you can't turn it into things of specific magical effects, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, and he flicks back his cloak. These are all my specialty. So that one is the most expensive, at 500 gold pieces. But you do not have to buy those. You can buy any of them. It is simply the appearance.
So
I'm going to ask you, do you think we need one that changes its appearance?
I sort of tip my hat at you and wink.
Okay.
It simply changes color and basic appearance.
Yeah.
I
I figure that could be a little useful in...
I mean, I've offered to carry it, and, I tip my hat again and wink.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, okay.
Bag of holding, not your disguise thing is not.
So just a regular one.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think we'll do a basic bag.
All right. And he pulls one off the shelf. It's this brown, simple leather bag. Will this do?
I think so.
Very well. 300 gold pieces.
Give him 300 gold.
Doesn't take it, lifts it into the air, and places it on the counter, and then presents you the bag just floating in midair.
Alright, well, you paid for it. If you'd like to carry it, you can, but, like, I'm very willing to carry it.
I
I would die for bird.
figure. I mean, I figure we could like figure out the details later because it is going to be used for the whole party. But
Yeah, it's gonna be a communal
Yeah.
thing. It doesn't really matter who carries it.
if you want to hold it, you can hold it.
I sling it over my shoulder, and I kind of forget where I am for a moment, and immediately I cast Disguise Self, but the only thing I do is change the color of the bag to match my jacket.
All right,
Okay.
I like it. So, Astrovia looks between the rest of you. Well, it was a pleasure. I hope you will return. This was quite an interesting meeting, and I hope you soon find treasure and glory as it brings good things to both of us.
I have a good feeling we'll be back here. I really want that spell storing ring.
And I'm
So?
sure we will have even more. Well, you are quite convenient. You are my last customer for the day. I think it's time that we start to close. And he begins to lift up, gestures to the door, turns and begins to float back into the sky. You see several of the lights just dim slowly.
I wave thank you and then
The
head out.
bougiest man.
Yeah.
So
Head
out of game is Astrovia fruity because Astrovia seems kind of fruity.
I mean, the man is gender envy incarnate. I think he's gotta be a little.
Tell us, DM.
You guys gotta meet him again. You guys
Wait,
gotta come back.
can I make a retroactive insight check to see if he's a little fruity?
Please, is he fruity?
Make an insight check. Why not?
Oh boy.
I can't inspire myself. I did save knowledge from the past life. Damn it. Okay, that knowledge of the past life only balanced out my negative to insight, so 5.
Nice.
Pretty attractive man.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to look past it.
Yeah.
So, you all meet up, you grabbing your bag, your magic items, and moving up, and see Osin and Eleanor walking over with a drawstring pouch.
What's in the bag?
I have a feeling. I have a feeling these
Cupcakes.
cupcakes are gonna.
They're gonna fuck us all up.
Yeah.
Fuck cakes.
Dude.
Fuck cakes.
That whole concept just reminds me of
Bean boozled.
the
Oh no.
The mind flayer
the
drink.
mind flayer drink because
Oh yeah.
Literally the only concept I had for him, I wanted a character with cupcakes. That's all I wanted.
And you said he was a barbarian or
He's a Goliath.
Was that a
Goliath?
jumper?
That's, yeah.
He's a good boy.
I honestly think that's just like
Oh, most people say
I'll give you
He's a
I'll talk
friend.
to you later because you'll appreciate this about his boy. I'll give you a little bit of info on it.
Okay.
Can I hear too?
You can. I mean,
You can.
he made him without giving you too many spoilers. I thought of a creative way to make a clay golem.
Interesting.
Beautiful.
Huh.
So I made him a horrifying mascot creation.
Well, we've all met up. Do you think we should go meet Luce then?
Cupcakes.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Eat a
Oh, we
cupcake
should-
first?
We should proffer the cupcakes to Luce. Yeah.
I feel like
I don't want to give Luce a magical enchanty cupcake without her knowledge. That
We're not
feels.
gonna. We don't know what they're gonna do either. So, gestures of friendship. Abound.
Well,
feel like
I
we
could
should
figure out
only
what they're
use-
gonna do.
I feel like we should only use these when we're not in a dire situation.
We are not in
No,
a
that's
dire
the best
situation.
time to use them. What if? I mean,
What if
just
one
a
was
random cupcake coming in clutch? That is the greatest.
But what if it does the opposite? What if it just
Yeah.
like fucks
That's
you
true.
up?
Turn
I'll
into-
identify them later.
Are we in game? I was gonna say like out of game. It'd be fun. Drug loose in a nice way.
This is nice.
Nice one.
Well, then off to the Drunken Druid.
Okay.
Yeah, yeet.
Let's do it.
Who is leading the search for this?
Not me.
I'll do it.
Make-
Bug. You get a bug. Inspiration. You get to add a d6 to this if you don't like what you roll.
Alright,
Roll
add a
a-
d6 if I
Roll a perception check for me. And then add.
which one?
Perception.
Bug. You get a bug.
Perception. Okay.
You get a bug. You too. Everybody gets
If you're a little sketchy
Okay.
on it, roll the d6 anyways.
Alright, I'm gonna roll it anyway. I got a 9. 6.
Nice.
So 15.
Nice.
Much like the other 2 stores you guys have gone to today, this one is very hard to miss. Stepping forward, you find a few patrons making their way to this building, which is the most loose way I can describe it. A lot of people are going here for food, drink, diffused from a regular, normal day. It appears like it was once a building that was built out of the same clay, stone, and wood of the regular buildings and made out of this tavern. However, there are these viney growths and natural flowers that are growing into the bottom and fusing with the stone. There are branches just poking out of the walls. And you see holes that are cut as branches are poking out. And the top, there's the top of this massive tree. You see several patrons have walked in. Some of the windows open, and you see inside, just barely, there's a warm light glowing on the interior, and several small flickers of light.
Wonderful. Well, this place looks lovely, although I think that I'm not gonna revelry that hard again.
I'm not gonna revelry that hard.
Turn it off.
The bag of holding is just a regular bag of holding.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, I suppose we go in and try to find Luz.
Eleanor,
Okay.
who has the bag of cupcakes?
I think I'll land.
Yeah, sure, I'll have them.
So,
Nice.
for my point of order, who has the bag of holding? Who's holding up the bag?
Oh, wait. Sorry. Yeah, that's right.
You are responsible for keeping track of everything that is inside that bag.
Correct.
You need a list.
I'm aware.
Good. So, stepping into this tavern, you see the floorboards have been all ripped out, all removed, and instead there's this luscious bed of green grass.
Oh, I know how.
You see a massive tree just growing out of the center,
Maybe not.
weaving these branches in and out of the floorboards and the walls. You see that throughout the entire building, there are these faintly glowing light sources. There are a few lanterns here and there. Many of them just glow and go out, and then another will glow and go out as fireflies light these. You see a few just little tiny creatures just fly around, and you can't quite catch it, but that soon goes from your mind as you see just under you just a little squirrel just looks up at you and just moves away, and you see what looks like this small little raccoon on one of the tables. You see it holding in
It's
one of
Jeff.
its mouth, not one of its mouths, this plate of food, and it moves up and just places it in front of one of the people. One of the people go to pet it, I mean,
Guys, I think this is the best place ever. Oh, yes.
you see, just parading around the center, is this a cow of like unnaturally like dark black and purple skin, and you see just fluttering around the head this small little creature, this small little humanoid.
You had fairies.
The cow just looks almost angrily towards that small little creature. Needs to make its way to you. It looks up at you.
Oh, does it have an issue with me?
You see the little figure. And you hear, God damn it! And you see this taller, lithe figure dressed in this green cloth vest. No other clothes. His
The amount of people
from
I
the top up, it is
love
a
in today's
humanoid
episode session.
man. From the bottom, there are these shag carpeted goat legs.
Okay.
It's like, and you see these small little horns peeling out from the top, and you see that he's got a short beard of this like almost platinum blonde. It's like, good damn it, Mill, turn it back. He's like, no, turn it back now. And it points at the cow. And you see a humanoid figure, very familiar, as a hat topples from Luce's face. She go, you little pixie. And gets up. I am going to go to my room. And she storms off, and the little pixie just flutters after her.
Well, we found her.
Luce, wait, hey, does she stop or?
I'll talk to you in the morning.
Okay,
I'll talk to you in the. Could make an attack. Tries to attack the pixie. Pixies have a ridiculous armor class.
Yeah, because they're tiny and fast.
Yep. And flutters away.
I'd like to give Luce my last inspiration for the day, to help her with that saving throw.
The cow, she's already made it and failed.
Oh yeah, but you get to make it over time.
With polymorph?
Yeah, you get to make it at the end of your turn.
No, you don't.
No?
No. Duration, 1 hour.
And it just
holds. Polymorph's ridiculous.
that is astounding to me. I didn't realize that.
The cow just kind of turns and begins to make its way back upstairs very sloppily.
Huh. Interesting. Well,
I'm sorry, is the cow what?
The cow is loose.
The pixie turned loose into a cow again.
Well,
Fantastic.
I have a bad feeling. So basically, we were promised information on this job a couple of days ago, and we have yet to get it. Is anyone else a little worried?
No one asked her on the road.
Depends.
Yeah, I suppose I just expected her to brief us. Okay.
So the satyr just kind of. Well, sorry about that. The pixie hive can be a bit problematic at times. You see one patron just, and you see this just white rabbit trying to attack one of the pixies, and it just flutters away. They're problematic, but endearing,
It's like a drag brunch.
I suppose.
Like the bullying is part of the reason you come.
I never thought about that. I'm gonna put that in
Did you
brain
just say
somewhere.
drag brunch?
Yeah, drag brunch.
Eleanor's gonna look at you oddly and say, what's a drag brunch? What's brunch? What's
So-
drag?
So basically, I've heard stories about places where people will dress up effeminately, put on lots of makeup, big wig and stuff, and people will go eat at that establishment, but the people dressed effeminately will make fun of them the whole time. And it's part of the reason, because they're witty with it. It's not just like, oh, you're stupid and dumb and ugly. They're like, oh, the year 19 code, it wants its clothes back.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Well, what are you looking for? Room, drink, entertainment? I'm sure if you hang around one of the pixies or one of the animals long enough, I'm sure you'll find all three.
I think personally, I'm just looking for a room. I'm not really in the drinking mood.
All right. How many rooms are you looking for?
I believe we typically go with 3.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That will run you about 15 silver pieces for 3 rooms for the night.
All right, that works.
Hey, Penelope! And you see this. It right behind the counter. On 4 legs. This large brown bear. Just.
Nice.
Walks up to you all. Penelope, could you show these fine individuals to their rooms, please? It means to make its way through. As you're led up to your rooms, Mindroma, can you make a charisma saving throw for me?
Oh my god.
Okay. A natural 20. It was 14 plus 6.
Okay. So you feel this magical effect begin to try and take hold of you. Shrug it off and look. This little pixie just and darts away.
Was that it?
There will be one more attempt before you actually get to your rooms. Ocean. Make a charisma save.
This
throw.
is fair.
I don't have Dispel Magic yet.
that is a 19.
God damn it. You see another pixie dart out from the wall, look at you, try and polymorph you. You shrug it off. You're no fun. He darts away angrily. But you all make it to your rooms. The rooms are just as equally almost like a blend between a classic tavern room and the inside of a tree. Stepping inside, you all find yourselves in bed. If there's anything else you would like to do, please let me know.
Who's rooming with who tonight?
I would like to have a cupcake.
You're gonna have a cupcake?
Wait.
bed.
Can we convene
You don't-
and like?
You don't know about the thing.
That's true. Okay. So if
I
you,
want dessert.
if you guys don't want to tell,
Okay.
okay. Do you? So you don't tell people about the cupcakes? either?
Eleanor, would you like to have a cupcake?
Oh, or why not?
So I assume
Okay.
you two are rooming together.
Sure.
Sure.
I need both of you to roll a d12.
Oh god.
What is
That's a
that?
10.
Hell yeah, I made a whole magic item for this. I'm so excited.
Oh no.
I wanted to identify.
1.
Oh.
Okay.
One's at 12.
It's
A
got
D12.
pentagon sides. It's like
Okay.
the biggest one next to the D20.
We're fucked.
I rolled a 12.
Okay, a 1 and a 12.
Out of 1. Which cupcake? What color did we both get?
I think
So you pull out the pink little cupcake with the heart on it. You, Eleanor, pull out this white cupcake with this caramel colored swirl on top with this brown icing and this very slight drizzle of caramel down the top.
We're both fucked.
Do you eat the cakes?
Yeah.
Well, why not? I might just go
Okay.
look at it.
Dessert.
Ocean, you eat the cake and it tastes sweet. It tastes like a strawberry. Upon consuming it,
Fuck.
I need you to roll a d4 for me.
Ironic. All this time you were trying for a strawberry, and this is how you get it.
E4.
Yep.
A1.
You regain 2 hit points
Oh.
as you eat the strawberry kiss cupcake.
Well, does that mean I go over my max HP?
No.
It's just healing.
Great.
You
Well-
ate a mini health potion.
Yay. That's
Eleanor, as you consume this cupcake, it tastes strongly of caramel and puts you in a very, very relaxed mood. Your speed is decreased by 10 feet for 1 hour, and you can't take reactions in this time.
Fantasy weed.
Yeah,
Fantasy weed and a health potion.
it's fantasy
Okay.
bean boozled.
Or fantasy alcohol, whichever
I
one you
love
wanted.
these
Both of
things.
them were slower downs.
Nice. So nothing seems to go wrong with that.
Not with these
I just
cakes.
had a nice cupcake.
Yeah, especially considering you're about to go to bed. This one's just gonna knock Eleanor out. Or
It's like
Eleanor.
NyQuil.
Yeah.
Go to sleep, and then she gets in bed and just like,
We're rooming together?
we are now.
I don't know. I just assumed you guys went to the room and had
I am
cupcakes.
sleeping as far away from Eleanor as is physically possible.
Okay. You sleep.
Drink respect women juice.
There are 2 twin beds. She sleeps in one of them. You sleep not in the bed, right next to it in that little alcove. So you don't even have to see her. Is there anything the 3 of you would like to do? You 2 and Brennan.
I attuned my hat.
Okay.
So now I'm attuned to that. And Who am I rooming with, today?
I guess I could use the company.
Boss grabs you.
With
All
boss
right,
again.
Wonderful. And I go lay down to bed. I don't go to bed, though. I would,
Okay.
I wait until Phantomius falls asleep.
Oh, I already fell asleep.
Okay. I
So
would like
what are
to
you
cast
doing?
Disguise Self, becoming
Okay.
Phantomius. I'm just testing out the hat. And I just tap Phantomius awake after he falls asleep. And I am Phantomius. I go, what? Who are you?
It's Phantomius in a hat above you.
Yeah, should I do a deception check?
Roll an insight check.
Is this against?
You roll a deception check.
Do I have advantage because I am him?
At advantage.
Alright, insight?
Yes.
19.
You agent
19.
of chaos. you.
Deception. I rolled a natural 17 with a +5, gives me a 22.
Come
Phantomius.
on!
Phantomius. There's another version of you standing right above you.
Who are you?
Are you serious? Come on, I just fell asleep. Who the hell are you?
I'm Brennian.
That's odd.
I
How
just-
did you know my real name?
I just went to go to the restroom and I came back and you're sleeping in my bed. What?
I am sleeping in your bed? No, I'm sorry. Oh, it's too late for this. Okay, whatever happens. Alright, what do you want me to do?
Interesting. I drop Disguise Self and go, you are interesting. Huh. Is that how most people would react if they found, like, someone claiming to be them?
Well, considering I was half asleep, I do not.
Alright,
But
good
yeah,
night.
I would. But...
Good night.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I go to bed. For
Okay.
real this time.
That's it.
Alright, good night.
Then if there-
I would like to, having woken up in the middle of the night, get another cupcake.
You eat another cupcake in the middle
Okay. Roll a d12. I just put this fucking sheet away. I thought you were done with it.
No, I'm hungry.
No, it's
That's a 12.
roll again.
5.
Okay. You pull out this yellow, very small yellow cupcake with this yellow and white swirled icing on top.
Why did I do this?
There's at the top, it almost splits, and you see this small little, like, lemon core in the middle.
Cool.
You consume it.
Yep.
It tastes strongly of a sour lemon, but has a very sweet and pleasing aftertaste. This cake raises your charisma by 2 for 1 hour. You're just eating all the good ones. I gotta remove 1, 5, and 12.
I think I want to go back and I want to go buy some of these later. Of course, I don't know. Alright, but...
Well, my charisma is raised. Why don't I go downstairs and make friends with some pixies?
Oh my god.
Okay. You step out of your room and go with the intent to make friends with pixies. You make your way a little halfway and you see one just fly out one of the holes in the wall and just sees you.
Alright.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma raised by 2.
So that means
I think
you
it'd
get a
be
plus
so-
1.
Yeah!
I think it'd be so funny for you to fail this one.
20.
It turns and begins to make its way away.
She's gonna give it a little wave as it goes.
Okay. You're going back into the tavern?
Yep.
Okay. You
So, as you step into the Drunken Druid Tavern, what are you doing?
Honestly, man, I'm probably gonna go chill at a table.
Okay. You set at one of the tables. Are you just waiting for something to happen?
I literally don't know. I'm like staring into space at one of those tables.
One of the squirrels just... It's not your table, just looking at you.
Give it a little wave.
It just...
I'm just asking, are you stuck, little fellow? I'll take that as a yes.
It turns and scutters off the table.
Okay, bye now.
Would this bar happen to have any of those drinks on that table that I sent you? Specifically?
No.
No, okay, alright.
Thank goodness we're getting a long rest now. I expended all of my resources today. Dumped a couple of spell slots into Disguise Self. I dumped all of my bardic
Make a charisma
inspiration.
saving throw.
There it is. Yeah.
$18.
This time, when you turn around, you see there's a small group of about like 3 pixies. They're like, and this one in the middle is just, God damn it! It flies away. And the others just like, loser! And they just fly away.
To me.
No, to the other pixie.
Nice. Nice. I would like to pass that at the table.
Oh.
I'm tired.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna
As
have to
a
terrify
table.
Eleanor.
Yep.
And as you fall asleep, falling into slumber, all of you coming for the first time to Tuso, the capital of the Vespertine dynasty. That's where we're going to today's session.
Woo! And I fall asleep. I think
I'm so proud of all those locations.
Oh my goodness, that was wonderful.
that was
I made those
delightful.
all like a week.
That was fun.
I was very
Yeah,
happy
that
with
was.
them.
I highly enjoyed all those fun locations.